So now we have all of our layers here in After Effects. We have like a 10-second timeline here. Now notice how my frames, when I go past 5 seconds, there's nothing there, and that's because when I first brought them in here, you know, I didn't have a long enough timeline. So I can go ahead and extend those by grabbing the ends of these frames here and just dragging them to the end. Now if I can't see the whole thing very well, there's this sort of slider down here, and you'll notice it goes from the small mountains to the large mountains. So you can zoom that out all the way so that you can see everything, and then you have everything kind of fitting. This isn't a particularly long animation, so I can kind of work with everything here. Notice how, like, if I grab it, I'm going to actually change it in the timeline, but I don't want to do that, so I undid that and just drag it to the end. So anyway, that now we have our logo here. Our background is separate, and remember we have our clouds layer, and then we have a second clouds layer here that I made, and so those are all coming together here. And then we have so we have all those layers that Photoshop had in it, and it's brought into the composition. So what can we do with these layers? Well, we can animate them over the timeline. So we have a timeline here, and we can go ahead and let's just say we wanted to do the logo. Let's do the logo first. So let's say we just want to do a simple like swipe in from the left or something, right? So let's say after 1 second, I'm going to go to the transform here. So if I expand the transform icon, or the little triangle there, you'll see that I'm going to move the timeline up here. So the time slider is going to go to 1 second. And here's where I'm going to say, okay, position. So I go ahead and I click on the position, and so now it's keyframed that. So if I go back here to frame 1 or frame 0, now I can slide that in. So I can drag it away, and so you notice how it makes this sort of line here, these 2 points. So those 2 points are the beginning and end of the animation. If you scroll through the timeline here, you can see what happens. So you can also hit spacebar to play it, and so there's the animation of the logo kind of coming in.